Preparing your live stream. Yeah, preparing to live stream the meeting.
Being sent to a third party.
Being sent to a fourth party. Being sent to a fifth party.
It said if you're live.
There it is.
Is it?
Yep.
Well,
Good to go.
it says we are live, huh?
Yep, we're live.
All righty.
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton,
Scott Swiftwater Tony, Why Gold, Jaron Wheeler, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and thanks for tuning in. Oh, what's going on, fellas?
Nothing.
I don't know.
What's that?
Said I don't know.
Weather.
Another interesting evening.
Weather.
Yeah, definitely the
topic.
weather.
It is a big
It's
topic.
storming here. It's raining cats and dogs and
And the sun will be out in 20 minutes. That's what's been doing here. Raining, cats and dogs, wind, cold, dark, and then the sun comes out again. And it stops. And then it comes back. And then it goes away. It's what it's been doing all day long. Yeah. It's like tornado watch. And
yeah, we have a tornado watch right now.
it said it was moving east, this band. So it's coming right towards you, Rich.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's over us right now. We're right in the yellow and the red.
Yep.
I'd say lightning and thunder and lightning right now.
Yeah. So if you lose internet, we'll know why. You know?
Yes, that's for sure.
And if I lose internet, you'll know why. So I'm gonna make Jaron co-host like I like to do, just in case I get kicked.
Yeah, you know that song, dun duh.
Yeah, he'll still be.
Dun duh.
It'll still keep it going. Yeah.
But we're done right now.
Uh-huh. Then we are ready. Ready? For sure. Spring is in like Tuesday.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
60. Wait,
Monday, I think.
Thursday.
When's St. Patty's Day?
St. Patty's Day
Monday.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Spring is Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, spring is Thursday.
St. Patty's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, 17th. All
Now, what
right,
does it mean?
top of the morning to you. Is that Irish or is that something else?
Top of the morning to ya. Made it?
Always after me, Lucky Charms. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
We're still wet out here. I can't do anything till it dries out. We get in a couple more days like we did yesterday and today. I'll probably be about 3 or 4 days out from getting back in the gold fields. But
You're in the desert. It should dry quickly, you would think.
you would think.
Right? It does in the movies. Yeah.
Not really.
They're out there in the desert needing water, pours the rain, and a puddle disappears, and it's perfect dry sand everywhere.
That might be the Mojave.
It's like, man, rain should never be a factor in the desert.
No.
I think, but we understand. Yeah. And yes, we have a special guest tonight. Oh, Mr. Lee Hershberger, the creator of the Little Gold Spinner, will be joining us tonight. Hasn't been around in a while. Let's pick his brain, see what he's been up to. Right?
The little gold spinner.
Little Gold Spinner.
I liked it. I seen him. I can't remember what gold show it was.
It was cool.
He was out back with a swimming pool running it.
Yeah.
using it for water. But
We actually had that down in Alabama.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
In Alabama.
I
Right.
think this was one of the gold shows I did.
Yeah, when he'd set it up at the Gold Show, he'd set it up in an outdoor pool outside, one of the kiddie pool thingies. Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Utah or Oregon. Yeah, it's one of the places I took the vibra washer to do the selling for him.
Yeah, it was
I went
probably,
to- yeah.
it probably one in Arizona. Yeah, bet you it was.
Yeah, I think Dennis brought that down there, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Dennis brought it down there when we were down
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
To lose.
Yep. And yep.
It
Yeah, it was
might have
cool.
been. It might have been in Indiana, but I don't think so.
I think it might. Well, I don't think you would have went to Indiana for a gold show, would you? No.
It wasn't a big, yeah, it wasn't that big of a, it wasn't that big of a show, but it was on the Colorado. Was that it? Lisa said Colorado.
Okay.
So
I know
probably
Lee,
Colorado.
Lee traveled to all of them. He
Yeah.
would get in that RV and go. Yeah. Thing looked like a tour bus for a rock star. Yeah. I think Guns N' Roses was showing up. It's like, who's that? Oh, it's Lee.
It's Lee with the gold spinner.
Little gold spinner, rock on. It was cool though. But he did. He pulled that sucker right down in the dirt.
And then it's kind of funny because the gold spinner, its concept of how it works and everything. Seen a video where Mike Pung did a bigger one. He's got a big one that he used.
Yeah.
Big one.
Huge. There is a huge one in existence.
Yeah. And I remember he told me he was going to start making them or selling them or something like that, but I couldn't grasp how big it was. And when I seen it, I was like, yeah, that's a little too big for me.
Right.
Video I saw, he was standing inside of it, if I recall.
Oh, he might have been. Yeah, because I heard it was big, that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody had made a small portable tabletop version. One you could use by the creek. Yeah. And that's where Lee came in. Mm-hmm. And that
It works.
It did work. It was cool. I think Dennis got both models, tabletop and the creek side.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of them.
I think he got both models. Yeah. Yeah.
He should be in here.
I like the big one.
You like the creek side.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I had the little one, it'd be okay for like cleanups and
It's
stuff.
great for cleanups. Yeah, sure.
Frame.
Yeah. Yeah, you just plug it in and roll. Creek side, you just fire it up with your gasoline and roll. So, yeah. Either one. Tabletop was less expensive. So,
yeah.
But you could ran it at creek too with the generator.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we used it right there at Creekside, didn't we, Rich?
Yeah.
I'd rather use the big one though, because I could use it with buckets and stuff, you know.
Right.
Of course, out here we don't have that kind of water, so
right. Yeah, you might want the home model.
Yeah.
Well, you want to use your classified materials anyway. So
yeah. But somewhere you got a hose you can hook up and just run it. Yeah, we'll have to find out if I'm sure his brother's still selling them, making them and selling them. We'll find out tonight when Lee gets here. Yeah.
And what does this contraption find?
What's that, huh?
What does this contraption find?
It's a centrifuge.
It finds gold.
Gold.
What is the price of that?
Oh, what is the price of gold this week?
Well, I'll just tell you. Right now, we are sitting at we're in the green, $5.50, but it's come down a little bit. It's actually $2,991. And the high this week was $2,994. The silver actually took another jump, and it's up to $33.89. So it's close to 34, which is significantly higher than 30.
Significantly.
Yeah, we got platinum actually took a $4 drop to $1,000 across the board. Palladium took a $4 drop, $984. And rhodium, I did see where it lost some money in the middle of the week, but it's back to $5,700 and unchanged as of Friday. So
is that the highest gold got up to?
The high this week.
And how much is it right now?
2,991, and it says the high was 2,994. But I thought I seen where it said the high hit 3,003 and then went right back down.
I heard 3,004.
Oh, so it did hit 3,000.
Well, that's what I seen. I thought I seen.
So,
but it says right here that the high was only $2,994.
All right. I'm gonna give you the benefit.
On four, is that any better, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, but on Forex it went up to $3,004.91.
So in other words, I should be getting a gram of gold in the mail.
No.
Yeah.
That was the thing. You
All right.
said it was going to do it in 2024.
I did not say it was going to do it in 2020.
Go back and watch the show.
Why would I say that?
Footage.
It was in freaking December. Why would I say it's going to do it in 2024?
You said it
Oh,
was
I
gonna-
think
they
we're thinking you meant by the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody out there that listened to that show, you could chime in anytime you want. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the December show.
I don't have to. It's everybody against Scott.
Everybody knows that that's what I said and meant. It was
He didn't specify the year.
Well, we did actually. We did.
I think
After
we did.
going around in circles and circles forever.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we said in 2025 it will
I
go
was
up 3,000.
I said 2024 because everybody was saying it's going to go to 3,000.
And I said, I'll bet you a gram. And you're like, on. I'm like, okay.
No, that was not.
I'll make myself a note and get the clip. So
please, Jaron, thank you. Thank you.
Like I said, I was sitting there and I know that I said it because that's when everybody was on Facebook and everybody's on the chat room saying gold's going to be here before the end of the year. I said it's not going to hit 3,000 by the end of this year. And everybody's like, and then you said, I'll bet a gram. I was like, go ahead because I know I'm not going to lose it.
No, that is not the topic and wasn't the way it went. See, I don't know where you was talking about it at.
I even remember talking to Rob. I think it was New Year's. I said, well, the gram of gold's gone because gold's not $3,000.
See, your mind just interpreted it in Scott terms.
Interpreted it.
Because
I'm curious.
You know I won.
I want to see where Swifty says no. Otherwise.
Yep. Well, play the clip. And there it'll be. Then it'll be. I'll just go ahead and drop it in the mail. Send her to me.
Send it to you. I'll send it to you in a bunch of freaking black sands. What
Send it to me in a little baggie. 1 gram.
No, you didn't specify anything like that.
No, I don't think I did specify that, but
well, you did not.
Because you might have said, well, I'll send it to you in a bunch of dirt.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in dirt, all right. Let you
I said, yeah, you'll probably put cat poop in it too. See, John Hunt said it was for this year. Thank you, John.
Well, of course he did.
What, you think they're going to take my side? No,
yeah.
Everybody speak it the truth.
John, yeah, I believe you'd take your side.
Hey, these are my people.
Yeah, but John would do anything against Swiftwater. He's going to go the opposite direction.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Is Denny going to join us later?
Yes.
He should be on his way home. He should be walking in the door and getting ready.
He's driving as fast as he can.
Oh, he get off at 7:30.
7, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he gets home, does Dennis things.
Yeah, you know the things Dennis has to do.
He probably has to go to the porcelain god, probably.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was getting to.
Goodness things.
First stop by and get a hamburger.
Yeah, something. It's Dennisisms. Yeah.
I think that's all he eats is hamburgers.
That's pretty much all I eat too. Hamburgers. It's ground up.
I know when we have outings and stuff, that's all he ever eats is hamburgers.
Oh yeah. No, I eat that other.
It's the quickest thing to cook. Well, hot dogs. But...
It is quick to cook. Do you guys got Sheetz gas stations?
Never heard of it.
Not here.
You guys are missing out. Hot dogs 2 for $1.
Oh, we got Circle K and places like that.
How much is Circle K's hot dog?
$1.
Oh, these Sheetz are $2.
Not here.
and they're
Sheets is two for $1.
two for $1, dude.
I don't know what
You
sheets.
know,
I'm
those
like,
sound prime time hot
Our
dog.
sheets gas is 309. It's been like that for a couple months.
oh, my sheets has been in the 269s, and highest has been like 299. Yeah.
Our gas has been staying 309. Like
Your sheets don't have the hot dogs two for $1. What? Oh
Heck,
man,
I think our gas is still around $4 and stuff.
that's can't buy hot dogs that cheap. Yeah.
That's-
Well, Scott, your gas is always sky high, ain't it?
Hmm.
Well, I can't see from here, but I believe it says 4.69 a gallon.
Right. Yours and Scott's are both the crazy prices.
That's at Circle K.
And that's a Circle K gas price.
Yeah. How much was it?
4.69.
But you got Circle K. See, that's cool. You can get Lawson's chip.
Gotta love California.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Circle K. It's tiny.
Oh, they don't sell chip dip and stuff.
There's like a little tiny section there. I
Oh.
go there because it's my tobacco's cheaper there.
Yeah.
Almost $2 more.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it, Rich? Keep that West Coast crap.
Liberals love to pay more.
It should be cheaper down that way because it's
You would think so.
closer to the refineries and the pipelines, eh?
Yeah, you'd think
That's what
so.
truckers are, unless they bring it up here and drive it back and charge it extra.
Yeah, but I'm not calling anybody price gougers, but yeah, half
Right?
the state here freaking price gouging.
Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. Uh-oh. So now we got David, Vila, and Ed both said it was this year also. So now you guys saying they're going to take my side too?
Piggly Wiggly.
I think it's unanimous.
I remember that place.
Piggly Wiggly? I've never seen it.
North Carolina, I think they had a Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, I think they do in the Carolinas.
Carolinas, Louisiana, Virginia's, Georgia, Florida.
Yeah, because didn't Aunt B shop at Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah, it's a southern store.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
so.
it's like Indiana's IGA.
IGA. We got IGAs here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piggly Wiggly.
Going down to the Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Going down to the Piggly Wiggly, Ma.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Ah, that's what it is.
I always like those stores that you can go in like that and you get the fried chicken out of there. They got like a little Chester's in there or something, like little fried chicken place. They fried chicken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Jaron,
It tastes good.
what's the Bitcoin at, Jaron? You didn't say, my friend.
$82,580.25. About the same
That's
as
a heck of a
last
drop.
week.
About the same as last week. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much about the same. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys got Sam's Club down there, Rob?
Costco.
Costco. Do they sell gas like Sam's Club does?
Yes, they do.
And how
And
much?
it's not going to be any much cheaper.
Really?
It may be 4 or 5 cents.
That's it?
It could be wrong. It could be 10 cents, but I doubt it. Yes, and they do have very long lines.
Wow.
Yeah, Lisa said our Sam's Club $3.14 here.
Okay, so that's better, right?
Yeah, that's a lot better than what it is in my little Black
Yeah,
City, Kenny. It's
yeah.
$4.50.
Now, Randy said his is $7.23 an imperial gallon. How much is an imperial gallon? Is that like two and a
Full
half
tank.
American gallons? How much is an imperial gallon?
No idea.
Isn't a gallon a gallon?
I think
What I would think.
both barrels were like 45, and then Imperial was like maybe 10 or 15 more. But I could be wrong.
What's the size?
Lugal says 1 gallon is, or imperial gallon is 1.2 US gallons.
1.2 US gallons. $7?
I want to know what's up with
But
Canada.
if you translate that Canadian into US, that's about $4.
Oh, that's right. You got to translate that too on Lugal. Yeah.
Google where it's much faster.
Yeah, it is. Lugal is much faster. We highly support Lugal. Great white buffalo.
Oh my goodness. What about that gold rush?
What about that? What, huh?
That gold rush.
Oh, did you watch it?
I don't remember it.
Yes.
And what did you fellers think? I watched it, and tell me what your thoughts.
That Rick is a moron.
Okay,
He
why?
might have a mutiny on him.
Why is he a moron? Let's hear the reasoning.
Because they were at 7 to 8 feet of overburden, ready to go. And then he decided he wanted to make the cut bigger, and it was just turned into a mud mess. It got truck stuck, and then the whole, like Rob was saying, the whole crew mutinied on him.
It looked like a mutiny was about to happen, though, didn't it, Rob?
Oh, it did. They all went up to him, and he's like, "This doesn't look good."
Yeah.
And they all told him.
I was wondering the same thing when he played that card. I was like, well, you're 8 feet away from the pay, and now you want to make it bigger? I think you should just go for the gusto and get the heck out of there. And then if you got time, go a little wider after you clear all that out. I mean, come on, 8 feet? That was odd. What about poor Parker?
Parker still struggling, but
he's selling equipment. He's struggling.
yeah, and he's not even really haggling too much.
No, right? That was kind of odd too. But he still pulled in what, 400 ounces?
So on Big Red, he had 111 even.
111.
Bob pulled 182.2.
There we're up to almost 300.
And then the long cut with Roxanne, 155.9.
So there's 450, 460-ish. Yeah. Yeah. So that's not bad. I mean, that's not good for that many wash plants, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but that's
right.
I don't know.
The long cut's gone now. You don't have that one now. So,
So what happens when you mine them out?
I don't get it. And what about Kevin? Mr. Beats.
Kevin had 159.5.
That's not bad.
And a fire on the backhoe. Or what was it? Another starter went out or something.
Yeah,
like
I think it was a starter, wasn't it? Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was. They had to replace that.
But still, not bad. 159. They're getting gold. Getting gold, getting gold, getting gold. And then there was no Tony this week, right? No.
No Tony, no way outs anyway.
And I was looking at the previews. It showed like upcoming this season. It looked like Tony's back on the old floating dredge again. Yeah. Looks like he's got it running again. So
No, that'd be good.
I remember how we was talking about it. Why ain't he running that? Why ain't he running that? But it looks like he's going
You know what blows my mind is because they stopped running it because of the water rights. I'm like, it's in a pond.
Yeah, it's matter.
You don't need no water.
Like it's in a big puddle. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're moving forward and
the stuff's just spitting out behind you.
Just keep pushing forward. You know?
Yeah. Just keep changing the size of your pond. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I didn't get that part of that, but
yeah, but it looks like he's gonna be back on it.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like on the previews ish. Yet to come this season. I thought the season was over. Obviously not. Is it time for that spring break crap that they take and it's 3 or 4 months before it comes back?
Not sure.
You know how all the shows do that we watch, they tend to go at spring hiatus, or is that still another month or two away?
I was going to say, don't they still got to go through the ice? Ice.
Yeah, we should still have that.
Yeah, Bering Sea of the ice.
Yeah, and then after that, I think everything's like
Well, there's rumor that a show has been canceled.
What one?
I'm just seeing
Just rumors?
No, it's official.
It's
Gold
official.
Rush Whitewater.
Oh, it's not coming.
Oh,
Really? I like that show. Did you guys like it?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I think it was funny because when I was talking to shoot, I forgot her name already. The lady that worked with them. Dang it.
Kayla.
Yeah. But anyway, she was up here at our local watering hole sitting there eating, and I was talking to her. And
No,
she
you're
didn't
talking
mention,
about Melody.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, the older gal.
Melody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Melody.
she did. Yeah, she didn't mention anything about the show getting canceled, but she might not have
She
known.
hasn't been on it though in forever. So yeah.
Right.
I just liked it because they actually ran a dredge. They were like something you guys would go and do, you know?
Not in that water.
But look at the size nuggets they got out of there when they poured. I mean, good.
Yeah, but look how long it took them to get it.
Yeah,
Actually filmed the last season then, or
I don't know if they had a last season filmed or not, or if it's just done. Done. Huh. I liked that.
We shall see.
I liked it. Yeah. It was very enjoyable.
I mean, if you think about it, all Discovery has to do is sell it to another station.
Yeah, like the Travel Channel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like Darsh says, he watches it closely like some of us do because it's more like what we do.
Right.
We're not sitting there with a bunch of machinery. We're actually sitting there with a small ass dredge.
Right. They got a dredge that they had to lug down there, just like we would have to do. How are we going to get it down there? We're going to slide this sucker down the mountain.
How you gonna get it back up? Would be my
Right.
question.
Well, we'll worry about that afterwards.
Yeah.
It was more realistic to us.
It's a leave it right till next season.
Yeah, right. We'll just tie it up here somewhere and hopefully it'll be here next year, kind of deal. You know, but I mean, that was more like us. What? Yeah.
Mm.
We're not out there running backhoes and dozers and big wash plants. We're running dredges like they were. So that's why I liked it. I think it was just more realistic, more us. Yeah. And it was cool. When they finally hit them big old nuggets, they scored. So there's still more out there, just waiting to be found. We just won't know when they find it.
We just won't know anything.
We won't. There won't be a film crew standing there. Because even though the show's canceled, I wonder if they're still going to mine it, you know?
Mm.
Think they will?
Yeah.
I do too. I think
I
they
don't think they're going to leave it.
I don't either. I think they'll continue doing what they do.
I mean, they already got all the zip cords and zip lines and all that stuff. It's all there. It's still there.
Right. Because it ain't like they was doing it just for the TV show. They was doing it because that's what they do. You know? So I still wish them all the luck in the world.
And they said before they even made that show on the applications to be on it that you got to be able to go across zip lines and stuff like that because that's what they're going to have.
I would like to see you on there.
No.
Yeah. Would have been like, there's Scott. Hang on, Scott.
Yeah.
Going across the zip line. Wee. Yeah, buddy.
That wouldn't have been that bad.
Get your suspenders caught in the zip line.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it would have been bad going across the zip line, but dredging in that kind of a water,
that'd be a nightmare. Whew.
Yeah, that'd be like me and Y Gold still digging in Danger Hole 1 trying to get underneath that big shelf. I'm like, no, don't do that.
No. Hey, I give them props. Just saying.
Yeah, we've took that. I've been taking it down that ledge. I have about 3 feet into it, and then it rained, and then Rob sent us 2 more days of rain after that.
There you go. More rain.
Can't help it.
Yeah.
More rain.
Yeah, we don't need any more.
Oh gosh, no.
Everybody's like, I like to see desert flowers though, and this and that. I'm like, well, we could wait till April. After April, let it rain all at once.
Desert flowers.
Oh, they get a lot of money. There's a lot of blooms out here. You wouldn't believe it, but there is.
Oh, sure. Well, like we should have, let's say Easter lilies should be starting to pop up everywhere around here, right around now. And things just
Well,
come.
I had a friend of mine posted, she had a little flower that was coming out of like a bulb that was already that high, but it wasn't open. It was just kind of, how it comes up.
Easter lily? Was it one of them lilies?
I don't know if it was or not, but she said spring's got to be closed because here's the flowers are coming up.
It probably is because they're the first things that come up. I swear they are.
Yeah.
Dang old Easter lilies. I mow them down every year and they keep coming back.
We have some flowers out here. I can't remember what they're called. They're like really 5-petaled, but they're thin, like really thin, and they only get probably 6-7 inches, but they're yellows and oranges and purples and blues, but they're all the same flower. I just don't know what they are. That's what pretty much blows up on the grounds around here. And then you got your cactus. Some of the cactus throws a bunch of flowers too.
Sure. They dumb baby cactus.
Mm-hmm. The ones you don't get close to.
Right. They're baby.
They're heavy.
Some maintenance on my cactus. It's getting a little crazy out there. Trim some years back.
I was going to say, evidently you could just cut it like the cable guys did. They chopped the saguaro because it was underneath the power lines. So they cut the top of the saguaro off.
I thought they're not allowed to do that.
You and me both, buddy.
I thought they'd have to reroute the power line.
I know one thing: cactus don't grow that darn fast. But yeah, they were tree trimming under all the power lines here in town, and Rob comes around the corner. I was like, "What the heck?" The whole top of it's just cut just at an angle. Wow. I thought, man, them guys get in trouble.
Hey, it's a third-party contractor. What do you expect?
Yeah, but I know, but you can't cut saguaros down out here. That's not allowed.
Well, they didn't cut it down. They just gave it a little trimming.
Well,
apparently,
if it dies,
if it dies, then it's a different crime altogether.
Yep.
Dang, crazy. All right, where's Dennis at?
I don't know.
I can get Lee in here. I'm the one sending the link.
Oh, okay. Are you guys ready? I was trying to wait for Denny though.
Yeah.
Got him.
Mail it.
Do it. Do it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Dennis. He's probably eating a pot pie or something. They're done in 6 minutes in the microwave. Come on.
Hot pocket.
Yeah. Make me a hot pocket.
It's too funny.
It's Dennis.
Okay, he's got the link. I see that he's seen it, so I'm not sure if it's gonna make him, because he's on mobile. He might have to download it. I don't know.
Oh, Roger. On the old mobile app. And I get too warm. I turn the heater off. I get too cold. I hate it.
Push it back about a foot and it'll be just right.
I can't. No room. Dang it. I'll just let it shut off and I'll turn it back on again. Maybe I'll lower the temperature. Maybe that'll help.
But yeah. Set it back a foot. Should be all right.
Let's lower the temperature a bit. See if that helps.
What's your guys' creeks look like right now?
Well, with all this rain, they got to be rolling.
I didn't know if it was rolling or not. I didn't know if they'd be down.
No, we have a lot of snow runoff first off, and then we get all this rain. And I guarantee they're all just a rolling. Yeah. Because we had a lot of snow this year, so that kept them up. I don't think any of them would have been down too much.
They're getting ready to start stocking the streams now for trout season.
So. Are they?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that they do that.
Coming up here in about 2 weeks.
So no dredging now?
I don't. They don't care if you dredge down there, do they, Rich?
You don't judge here.
Oh, you're not allowed to dredge in Pennsylvania?
No.
Oh, crap. I thought you could.
Oh no.
Oh, they're bad. California when it comes to that.
Red tape, bull crap.
Because of them damn trout.
Yeah, no. You
Man.
can't dredge here.
Oh, that's just wrong. You're
No,
right.
no motorized equipment whatsoever.
You're right next to us, and they won't let
Unless you got permits and all that stuff, settling pond and all that. And
Oh, jeez.
you gotta have permit. You gotta have all that stuff there. There's no dredging at all.
Anarchy.
No power equipment. You gotta use shovel, pan, bucket. That's
Anarchy.
it.
What that is, brother.
It's a bunch of crap.
It is a bunch of crap. It is a bunch of crap.
That's why Pennsylvania gold fly poop, and you got to dig down about 2 feet to find it. In
It's fly poop.
York, Lancaster area, now there is gold in other places, but of course, if it's there, people's not going to tell you.
All right. They keep it hush.
And there is gold belts throughout Pennsylvania.
Right.
There is bigger gold in places.
Oh, there should
Like
be.
I said, you just
Nobody's going to tell you.
Right.
you're not gonna
Like-
play if they have it in their backyard.
They're going to keep it.
It's right over
You're
there.
not allowed to dredge. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to find some old
No
time.
power equipment at all.
That's
No battery operated equipment at all.
God.
I still think that's funny because I'll be talking to like a couple, and it's always one or the other that'll say it. Like, where do you find the gold? And then the spouse is always looking at him like, "Are you think he's going to actually tell you where you find the gold?" I just tell it's in the ground.
Oh, it's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I always tell
Walk,
them.
walk out in the desert and throw a shovel in, you'll get it.
Just start digging. Go in your backyard and start digging. You never know.
You can almost do that out here.
You just never know, right? You just don't know.
There's a lot of slate and a lot of
Yeah.
stuff like that here, all
Yeah.
the quarries and mines and
Sure.
there's a lot of slate.
Like southern Ohio, down by Marietta, get up there, all that slate and crap. Yep. Yeah. A lot of black sands up that way. I've never seen no gold up there.
A lot of pyrite.
Yeah. A lot of pyrite. Yes, for sure. Sure. For sure. And not the cool pyrite, not the cool cubey stuff.
Yeah, I got 2 pyrite rocks for sale, by the way. They look like gold, but they don't set off my metal detector, so I don't think it's gold.
It's, like in the pan, they just
Yeah.
move right in the pan.
Hell it is. Let's see what Scott's got here.
Flutter.
Let's see these pyrite rocks.
Yeah, somebody gave me these. I'm like, I looked at them. I was like,
Pyrite cubes.
it's just no, they're not cubed.
Oh.
It's like rock, but you see the
Hold on. Let me make your screen bigger.
see
Hold
if
on,
I can
I'll
get
do it again.
Let's hold it still to get it focused, but you can see. Come on, focus. Focus.
Focus.
Focus, camera. Well, you can see the gold shiny in there.
Yellow. Yeah.
Let's see, back it up just a little
There
bit.
you go.
we
Go Shrowy.
See the gold in it?
I see something.
Yeah, right.
Right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it goes pretty much all the way into the rock. But man, it just like in here under the light, it's shining gold. And I
Right.
thought pyrite was supposed to shine like a rock back in the dark.
Right. So
But
take, what if you take your MD thingy, your file?
I can't find it.
That would be the trick for that.
Yeah, I can't
Look
find
in
it.
the
though.
closet, numbnuts. It's up on the top shelf.
Are you sure?
I'm
Yes.
positive.
I thought we moved it.
Well, you might have again, but
Hang on, I'll be right back.
In the closet on the top shelf. What'd you call him, Rob? Numbnuts?
we were just doing some stuff the other before I left, and I just happened to glance up. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, what do you know?
Oh, Jesus God.
It was it's right where Rob left it.
Right where Rob told you.
Let's see here.
Now let's see if it goes wheel, wheel. Then we'll know. You'll know if it's pirate or it's
And what is this you're checking it with?
The Falcon.
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 20.
Falcon
Falcon
2020.
Is it dead?
Check it on something metal.
So what's it supposed to do? Make a noise?
It'll sing out
Yeah,
like wheel, 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 wheel.
I hear nothing.
It either.
His mic might not be able to pick it up.
Huh.
Remember, I was doing the same thing and it didn't work.
I think it's dead.
Take
Oh,
the batteries dead.
Batteries.
Put it next to
I don't even know if it has. I mean, I know it has batteries, but I never seen where you could actually put batteries in it.
huh?
Yeah, I think it takes
Yeah.
9
You think it what?
9
volt.
volt.
Well, I guess you got to take the screws off because there's no door.
Eh?
Battery is dead.
Now we're curious. You ain't got a piece of gold there you can test it on.
No, I'm putting it on metal and everything. It's not making
Don't
any
have
kind of sense.
it don't have a light on it, a power indicator button.
No,
Oh,
I don't have it. It just has two knobs. That's it.
oh, there's got to be.
And,
There's got to be a.
There's a
Your
headphone
battery's
Oh,
jack.
that's
dead.
for a headset. Okay, so there's got to be a battery in it.
Yeah, your battery's dead.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
battery is dead.
that is the funniest thing because man, we've had this for I don't know how long, and the batteries always worked.
Well, you got to get that fired up. Now I'm curious. I want to know.
Oh, shoot, I'm telling you. Now I got to figure it
Now
out.
you got to tear it all apart.
Here's screwdriver and start taking her apart. Uh-oh, Lee is on the road again. Can you hear us, Lee?
He's muted.
Oh, you're muted, Lee. You got to unmute your microphone.
There. That's it. There.
A little bit. Keep saying something. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, I can't hear you.
How's that? Not working?
That's still really
A little
low.
better. A little too far from the mic, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
My headset while I'm on this app.
Ah. No. Still must be too distant, too far away. Or maybe it's just a bad connection. No.
Close everything else down.
Oh, that might help.
He's on the road.
It looks like he's traveling. No,
Oh, still can't hear me.
barely.
It might be picking up your phone's mic and not your headset thing.
Yeah, that could be what it is because it definitely don't sound like a headset.
Oh,
No. I don't know. We should try reconnecting.
Yeah, if you have
blind spot.
Let's try reconnecting, Lee.
if you have two mics, it always selects the wrong one.
Yeah, let's try reconnecting.
Right, reconnected. Second.
That might just do it. Are you taking it apart, Scott? Dun, dun, dun. Awesome. This is what? Wrong size screwdriver. Got a 9-volt battery right there. Uh-huh. I don't break it. Oh, I see you got the cover off. 2 batteries.
Yeah, it's two 9-volt batteries.
2 9-volt battery. Put
And
them on
man, this door is one pain in the butt to get off.
Well, it probably keeps the dust and crap out of it. Yeah.
Right?
Good seal. Put the battery on your tongue, see if it's any good.
Yeah, right. Take one out of the metal detector.
You need two. Any good? Dead as a doornail.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Okay, now I can hear you guys in my headset.
Now we can hear you.
All right.
Hey, that's all.
That's,
It said to reconnect.
there we go.
There you. Where are you at? Where are you driving to?
I'm actually in Arkansas at the moment, heading for Texas.
Oh, geez.
And I'm driving through an area where they're trying to fix the power lines from the tornadoes that went through over the last couple of days.
Yeah. That's right. Holy
So
moly.
we got power line trucks and emergency vehicles all over the place all of a sudden.
Wow. You driving a rig?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. That's what it looked like. Wasn't sure. What's been going on, brother? We haven't heard from you or seen you in a while.
Well, I kind of disappeared.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did. I had to go back 8 years to one of Ed Flash in Your Pants videos to get a picture of you.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was that long ago, though.
Dude.
What it was 2018, I guess, is when I got out of the centrifuge deal and
About 18, 19.
kind of did my own thing.
Right. So that's 7 years easily. Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
a while. You know?
I guess it has been longer than I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was still working on some stuff. Tim, I know you know what I was working on, trying to figure out how to do it profitably. And
Right.
well, I just come out and say it. At this point, I'm not hiding anything anymore. I was working in a gravel pit there locally, and I had permission to work in their process as long as it didn't interfere with their process.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out matting or something that I could put on their tray from the shaker system down to the sand screw.
Right.
That would work to recover. It just, I'm talking glacial gold, so it's dust and it's flowing downhill at a 15-degree angle at about 4-5 inches deep water and muddy water. So trying to recover gold out of that fine of gold is
almost impossible.
Let's just say it's been a challenge.
I bet it has been.
I can't complain though. I think I'm probably about the most successful gold hunter in Indiana. Don't tell Dennis, he's not on yet, so I didn't hear that.
Right. He didn't go.
But since 2018, I've sold over 7 ounces of gold out of northern Indiana.
Wow. Well, yeah, you're doing fine then. Yeah.
So I have figured a few things out.
Well, you always did like figuring stuff out. Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome, brother. Yeah.
But about a year and a half ago now, it was right towards the end of the year in 2023, that pit got broke into and somebody stole a bunch of cabling off of the conveyors. So the owner came to me and he's like, dude, I know you didn't have anything to do with it. I'm not accusing you. I don't even suspect you. I know you wouldn't do that.
Right.
But I put the police on high alert to keep an eye on that place. So I just can't have anybody be in there at all when we're closed.
That's crazy.
I had open access to come and go as a police anytime.
Sure.
So I'd go in on the weekend and such.
Right. Wow.
So I lost my access there and I've just kind of, it was right at the end of the year and I was working on something new. I was really excited about it. And it just kind of got put on the shelf. And then
oh man,
I wound up trucking pretty much took off all my summer last year with breakdowns. I mean, it was a horrible year, so I didn't get anything done with it last year. So
right. Well,
I'm hoping to be able to do something with it this year, but I'm needing a partner or somebody else that's wanting to take it on and run with it. And
Right. Right. Gotcha.
I'm just getting to that point, and I want to enjoy my life. My wife is retired. She's going with me in the truck, and I'm enjoying the traveling with her. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So have you,
yeah.
so when was the last time you got to actually get out and go to like any of the gold shows or anything?
We did go to one down in Indianapolis. What was it? 2023, I think it was. We
Okay.
went to the gold show in Indianapolis. I think that was the last one we managed to get to, and first one in a couple of years that I got to.
Right. Man, crazy, right? Just
Yeah, I was about determined to get that working before I put any more out on it.
right.
And I never really did get it to work the way I know it could.
Uh-huh.
And that's been frustrating to me because typically I can figure out a solution to something
Sure.
if I know the problem.
Right.
And without being able to make any changes to their equipment and or interfering with their process.
Yeah.
So whatever I do has to, if for any reason it fails, it cannot mess with their process.
Right.
And that's very difficult. You know, if they would just let me take that tray off and make it like 6 feet wide to get that water level down.
Oh yeah, but but you can't. So that's
exactly
the whole thing. You got to figure out that solution around that. So that makes it tough. Yep. But that makes for a heck of a project for you. You know?
It does. I'm sorry, what was that?
I said it makes for a heck of a project for you. You know? Keeps you thinking.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Keeps you wondering, what can I do? How can I solve this riddle? You know?
Yeah. And if it was bigger gold, it wouldn't be a problem.
You're right.
I'm talking, this stuff is so fine that it, in that muddy water, it's not going to sink to the bottom when it's moving at that rate. And that water is stirred up as much as it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised any. You know?
Oh, I wound up putting gold hog matting in the bottom of the tray.
Uh-huh.
And then just going out there once a week. I got to the point where I left it for 2 weeks. It seemed to work better if I left it set for 2 weeks.
Huh.
It would get enough black sand and such built up over top of it that it would get some of the gold that was along the bottom would get buried under the black sand. And I was, I think my best clean out just leaving the mat in there. I think with like 8 grams in 2 weeks was my best clean out.
No, there ain't nothing wrong with that. All you do, put the mat in and leave it.
Yep. And you can't complain about that. You put the mat down, put the clamps on it, go home for 2 weeks, come back
come back and collect your gold.
On a Saturday and take the mat out, rinse it off, take your cons home. There you go.
Nice.
8 grams ain't bad though.
No, I ain't picking up for doing absolutely nothing but driving there and pulling the mat and cleaning it and putting it back. Yeah. Good Lord.
And the nice part is it was literally like 4.5 miles from my house.
Oh,
so driving there wasn't even a problem.
That makes it even better. Yeah.
Now I got to look for another pit in the area that I can get that kind of access to, and
right.
See if I can get back to it. But the main reason I wanted to call in and talk to you guys was the thing that I discovered in 2023.
The thing you
over the years
in 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over the years, I've been taking these cons home and running them through the spinner to get them cleaned out, and then I'd run a spin it off, and I'd catch the black sand out of it.
Right.
And I was saving that because I've heard that it's good material to make knives out of, and there's a market for the black sand itself.
Right.
So I got to the point where I had like almost a full bucket, a 5-gallon bucket of nothing but black sand.
Okay.
That's unbelievably heavy, by the way.
Oh yeah. It's iron, right?
Yeah, it's all magnetic, so it's all some sort of iron or steel or something,
Right.
And So one weekend I'm just kind of busybodying around, messing around, and I'm like, you know what? I saw that video on YouTube about taking this black sand and putting it in a blender with some water and just blending it. So I tried it. I just took a cup of black sand, put it in an old junk blender we weren't going to use no more, and put a cup of water with it, blended it for a few minutes, panned it out, and went, holy crap, there's no way that was all in there. So I took another cup and I panned it first. I got nothing out of it.
Okay.
Put it in the blender, cup of water, blended it for a minute or two, panned it out, got the same thing. I was like, there is no way that I'm getting this much gold out of that black sand.
That's why
that
your
has
pup
been
heavy.
Uh-huh. But I wound up, I think my total out of that bucket was somewhere around 24, 25 grams of gold out of that bucket of black sand.
Holy cow. That's craziness.
That's why I put mine in a ball mill in a tumbler's tumbler. Roll it in mercury.
Well, yeah. Well, with mercury, it wouldn't work because it's actually encapsulated in the black sand or in the minerals stuck to the black sand. Now,
but I got big ball bearings.
Yeah, he's cracking them in the ball mill first. And then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you do it that way, then you can break it loose and get it out.
You got to crack it. Yeah. Hey.
But once I run it through that blender, that black sand, I mean, there is a sludge of other minerals and such that I get off of it.
Yeah.
But the black sand itself then turns into almost perfect BBs.
Huh?
There's a perfect little BB left of steel.
Wow.
Well, once you get everything else busted off of it without actually crushing the black sand itself.
That's odd.
Yeah, it was really weird.
I've never messed with the black sands. I got a big old tub of them, but I've never done anything with them. Just save them.
Well, just like just like so many people do with their cons. They just save them and save them.
Just save
then
them.
I try to figure out a way to get the gold out of it for you. By the way,
I didn't know you could make knives out of it.
That's steel.
I
guess I've been told it's a very high carbon steel, so it would be a good knife out of it.
It would be kind of cool to have a knife made out of your black sands.
That would be.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I was saving it all this time. I was going to try and find somebody that did, had the forge that could melt it down and make me a knife out of the black sand I dug out of the earth, and then put a little gold in it, just to, hey, this is all stuff I mine.
Sure. That would be
awesome. If you melt it down and put it in like a sand casting, you could have the sand's in the shape of a knife. It should mold it right out.
Or
if you can get it hot enough to melt to that degree, pour it.
Wow. I think that would be the coolest.
But I did, because I'm like, okay, if there's that much gold in the black sand and I know the amount of black sand that goes through that gravel pit every day.
Right. Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, there are literally hundreds of pounds and tons that go through that a day. Black sand I can catch out of that moving water. All it takes is a good magnet.
Oh, yeah, right.
I made a rotating magnet, big rotating magnet with magnets that they use in industrial equipment.
Right.
And made a rotating magnet, and I just set it up on my little mine setup to test it. And I went out there and I got to run it one time, and I was just dialing everything in yet before I hooked it into his system at the end of their tray to catch the black sand and pump it out. Just pump the black sand out, run it through a grinder, run the whatever comes out of the grinder through the centrifuge, and then dump it back into their sand screw.
All right.
That way, if anything goes wrong, it doesn't interfere with their process. But I never got to actually get it in the process there before I got booted out of there. So that
sucks.
It did show me, and because I put it on my system and I was still and, making some refinements and such, but it did work.
Right.
I mean, what I was doing isn't going to move anywhere near the amount of material in black sand that they do.
Right.
But it did prove that the concept does work. If you can just catch that black sand with a rotating magnet, spin that off, or run it through something that grinds it up, you can get the gold out of it quite easily.
Interesting.
So
That's
I actually came up with a machine that does it very simply and very efficiently, very quickly.
Right.
I'm not going to market it. I
Yeah.
didn't like that. But if somebody else wants to, I'd be happy to take them on and show them, what I'm doing, how to do it, yada yada. Bring them on as a partner. If somebody else would want to take off with something like that, or continue to figure out the gravel pits,
Right.
I'd be happy to take somebody and teach them the ropes, show them what I'm doing, because I think it needs to, I don't want it to end with me not doing it.
Right. Just putting it on the shelf, forgetting about it.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Because I believe there's a potential. I'm sorry?
I said it's kind of hard to forget about putting it on the shelf, if it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe the potential is there for, everybody that's out there running sluices pretty much is dumping the black sand on the ground. They don't realize what percent of the gold that's going over their sluice is running off the end in the black sand.
Yeah. Huh. Interestingly. Yeah. That's, I don't know. That's something you could just kind of market the gravel pits.
So it's sitting on a shelf. So if I come up with money, I could buy it from you?
Absolutely.
Or you could be a partner.
And buy it and or just take on, come on by and just, be a partner in it, and we'll run on with it together. But I've got a life I'm enjoying at the moment. So as far as my participation going to shows and such, it's going to be minimal. I will happily take somebody under my wing and teach them everything I know and all that, and go for it. I just give me a small percentage of whatever it does.
Right.
I even help you financially if that's what needs to be. My wife's retired. She's riding with me in the truck. It's us and the dogs. We're just as far as I'm concerned, I'm retired. We're just out here traveling, having a good time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Heck no.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all wrong with that, buddy. Yeah. Still.
Kind of hard to justify spending a bunch of time out in the dirt when I could be out here in the truck traveling and having a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. As long as you're having fun doing it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, Lee, any plans for a little gold blender?
Well, that's actually what I was talking about. Is it's basically it's a continuous feed blender that you can feed, and it continuously going in one end, coming out the other end, all blended, crushed up, separated.
Wow. Little gold blender.
So, yes, I have a functioning prototype already. So I hadn't really named it yet, but yeah.
Go get you a secondhand blender from a little dollar store or something.
Yeah, that's how you make your prototypes, right? Just get the crap.
Well, just doing a regular blender, yes, you can use that on your cons when you're at home. You'll be shocked at how much gold you get out of just the black sand you get out of your cons. But the bigger part of what I was trying to do was come up with that rotating magnet.
Yeah.
And a pump that I could pump that black sand as it's coming off the end of anybody's sluice. It runs over that rotating magnet. It picks up the magnetics, the black sand in it, dumps it into a pump, pumps it through the little gold blender, we shall call it for now.
For now, yeah, sure.
And processes it, runs it through the centrifuge, gets your gold, dumps the remaining back on the ground. Unless I can find an actual market for the iron or the steel that's in there.
Right.
If
Yeah.
I could find a market, if I could find a market for that, and we all know there's tons of that around.
Yeah.
You can sell it. You can sell
Gravel
it
pits are moving enough.
You can sell it where, Scott?
on eBay.
The black sand?
Yep, there's women that'll buy that for like a half bag for $20 because they put it in rose garden.
Yeah, they always put it in a rose garden. I've heard of that. Yeah.
Like I said, you get on there right now and you can see where it's for sale. Black sand.
Now I gotta look.
I'm talking moving tons of it though at a time.
Yeah, I've heard there's places that do buy it though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'd need a market where I could move tons of it. Because, I mean, yeah, if you had this magnet set up in a gravel pit where they're running 8 hours a day, anything here in the Midwest, you would literally have half a dump truck load of black sand by the end of the day, and God only knows how heavy that would be.
Let me see. Does black sand have any value?
eBay, I'm seeing 5 pounds for $20
Oh wow.
or 45 pounds for $54.49.
It says black sands concentrate often contain additional valuables other than precious metal. It can contain thorium, titanium, tungsten, zirconium, and others are often fractioned during igneous processes into the common mineral. So what to do with black sand? What to do with black sand?
Can you imagine a 55-gallon barrel of black sand?
I guess jewelers use it. They make exquisite pendants and earrings and bracelets and rings on it. Huh. I had no idea.
55-gallon barrel of that stuff, you would need a forklift to budget.
Oh,
I know, but just imagine your truck squatting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I would guess probably the average 3-4 inch dredge is going to come close to putting that much through it in a day.
Wow.
Just the amount of black sand that goes over. I mean, if you're standing there even watching a small high banker, you'll see this line out black sand along the sides of the dirt that's running away from it.
Okay, well, there are buyers that'll buy 1,000, 3,000 tons. They need, so they are out there. If you could get it, they would buy it.
Wow.
Wow. What are they using it for?
That's probably a hidden stuff. They're like, don't worry about it.
I mean, they want to buy a lot. They want to buy like 2,000 tons, Oh,
It could be for fish tanks or maybe for, agricultural use.
That's a lot.
Maybe.
Right?
They got to be refining it. I don't think they're putting it in fish tanks with that much quantity.
Right. 1,000 to 3,000 tons.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they'd be looking specifically for something of that expensive just to put in fish tanks.
Right.
Right.
Well, they do have those black sands. What is it, off the coast of somewhere out in Southeast Asia?
Wow.
Oh, if you go out on the West Coast, Gold Coast there, up by Oregon and someplace along California, that sand, the beach is pretty much black with black sands.
Yeah.
People go out there and mine that black sand. And I don't know, is it going to be that way everywhere with the black sand? Is to where you could just run it through the blender and
No.
get it to release gold?
No. And the reason I say that is because the compositions are different everywhere.
Right. The metal is different, I'm sure.
But wouldn't it be better to roast first before?
I would think,
Yep.
wouldn't it be or no?
Well, I have not tried to take any after I ran it through the blender and then crush it. Well, I've tried to crush it. I literally can't. You can put it on an animal and take a hammer and hit it, and it will not crush. It is extremely hard, whatever it is that's left of that little ball. but I haven't tried to heat it and then hit it with cold water to see if it would crack. Because I know that's how they did it. I've seen that done where they heated it and then hit it with, throw it, get it red hot, throw it in a bucket of cold, or a tub of cold water.
Yeah, there's two ways you can go about it to see if your black sand does contain gold. One is they're pretty cheap now. You can get a microscope, through your computer. You can look at it under a microscope and see if that way, or you can just simply crack it like we were saying, or blend it.
Crazy though. Still, it's kind of crazy.
Because Ken has
I know.
pictures where he showed us under a microscope and you can clearly see the gold. So that gives you a reason to collect
Sure.
it.
To keep it and not get rid of it. Yeah. So there's definitely gold in it. That
Yeah, if you got a quantity of it, it seems like it's going to have gold in it. But like I said, I don't know if that little blender deal that I made would work everywhere in different, because like you said, there's different compositions.
Yeah.
Or if it's all has that. I mean, it's very odd shapes, jagged and such, until you run it through the blender, and then it comes out just this pure little round ball, and
That's
it's just
weird too.
absolutely hard enough that I can't get it to crush hitting it with a hammer.
Well, that's kind of
Well, it
weird.
sounds like I got a video in my future.
What are you gonna run some black sands in a blender?
Well, I got about a half bucket of black sands out here. Rob knows what I got in that.
Try it, right?
We've cleaned it. There ain't no gold in it. So
Okay.
if I go down to the dollar store, pick up one of them blenders, I'll make a video and see if it works, and then I'll see if it liberates the gold out of the black sand.
Best bet is just go see if they got it at the thrift store.
Oh yeah, right.
It's worth a try for cheap blender.
Oh yeah, it's worth a try.
$5-10 blender at Goodwill, and
right.
This was just one we had sitting there and we didn't use. My wife said, "Go ahead, use it. I don't care."
Well,
I'm not
I can
gonna
tell
use it.
you what, if Royals listening right now, they'll have one next week.
Yeah, you never know.
Yep.
Never know.
So you just add a cup of water with a cup of black sand.
Yep, that's all I did. Just a cup of black sand and a cup of water, and just blend for a while. Let it run for about 30 seconds to a minute.
Wow.
And mine, I had cleaned that black sand, and the water stayed clean when I'm panning it, because I'd run it through the centrifuge, rinsed it, and all that good stuff. But when it came out of that blender, it was like chocolate milk, except it was orange.
Yeah.
Orange.
All the other minerals and stuff that came off of it just turned that water to a muddy orange.
Like
But
rusty water. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what all the other stuff was that was stuck to it, but yeah, as soon as I did that, that gold. I mean, the first pan I did, there was a line of gold at the bottom of the pan out of 1 cup of black sand, and I was like, "There's no way that I got that much out of there."
I'll be darned. That's interesting.
I mean, it wasn't a massive line, but there was a yellow, clearly visible yellow line along the bottom of the pan there, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? There's no way."
Right.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. Especially when you go through the whole 5-gallon bucket then.
Right.
And it wound up, I was like, holy crap, that was well worth keeping that bucket of black sand.
So did you add the water just to not burn up the motor in the blender?
I added the water basically just to not obliterate the blades in the first 10 seconds.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because being dry, it would just annihilate the blades probably.
I would imagine being totally dry, the blades would just absolutely be destroyed pretty quickly, and the water just gives it a little bit of lubrication. And but
Lee, I wonder if you could use like a coffee grinder.
Good idea.
I actually tried to come up with something along those lines. I actually tried using hardened steel and taking a diamond grinding wheel,
right,
and grinding into the hardened steel and making a basically a tank that sat on top and fed it into there.
Uh-huh.
And whatever the black sand is in my area, that stuff is so hard it would not grind it. It would just jam up in there. Even if you just trickled a few pieces in at a time, it would just wedge in there and lock up.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, if you calculated the diameter of the ball that you have left and you left yourself that big of a crack, that much space between,
Uh-huh.
you might be able to do something like that, some sort of like a coffee grinder or something. You would just have to leave a big enough gap that the hard piece can get through, but it has to knock all the other crap off for it to get.
Because like I know like a coffee grinder I think it's got a blade almost like a blender, and it can, it chop up coffee to like powder or regular or 3 different kinds of coarseness. So I just wonder, would it work in there?
I would think a coffee one would be a little more hardcore, because it's meant to do beans, where
You're right.
milkshakes, you make milkshakes in a blender.
I wouldn't think you'd have to put water in it. I mean, it might annihilate your blade still instantly because it's iron. It's not a bean, but it's like, I wonder if it would work. Yeah.
There's a big difference between putting something organic against the blade versus something high carbon steel.
Right. They ain't going to last long if it's dry. Better have a special blade.
Some plated diamond blades.
Something.
Well, that's why I was using a diamond grinding wheel, because I mean, I literally put a dent in an anvil or in my hammer, trying to smash one of them little balls. You hit it hard enough and it still would not break.
That's weird though. What the heck did you create by doing that it did that? That's odd.
I don't think I created anything. I just got all the other crap off of whatever that little spot is, and whatever it is, it's extremely hard.
Yeah, that's still strange. It wasn't in there until you ground it up, and then it was there, right?
Well, I'm thinking it was there all along. It just had other stuff, other iron type minerals and such that were bonded to it.
Okay.
There's basically like a little fine dot of high carbon tungsten or whatever the heck it is. I don't really know.
Right.
But and then anything other metal type minerals that came around it in the water, iron and copper and whatever else was in the water as it's filtering down through the dirt, would bond to it.
Gotcha.
So by running it through the blender, I'm just busting off all the stuff that bonded to it.
Okay. Something worth trying. Yeah. Without a doubt. Lee, can you see your phone? Do you see Dennis' screen? Will you pick a card so he'll put his hand down?
The only person I'm seeing is you.
Okay. Just pick a number 1 through 5.
3.
3. Yeah, this will make Dennis happy. The question is, what is your favorite wintertime activity?
Is that me?
Everybody. Yeah, you could go first, Lee.
Well, I can't say that on the YouTube.
Oh. Wintertime activity. Well, I guess it could be. Right?
Yeah, that's an activity.
Hey, I don't blame him.
And I don't stop doing it just because it's winter either.
Oh my gosh.
I think we know Lee's answer. Favorite wintertime activity.
Mine's easy. Dry washing.
Dennis?
Oh, I would probably say going to card shows.
Okay. Rich?
You already know mine.
Yeah, raffles.
No.
Hunting.
Hunting. Oh, it's hunting, yeah. Rob?
Well, you guys know where I've been at the last few winters, so mining.
Arizona mining. Mine is sleeping and waiting for
Yep.
Dream about washing your car.
Aaron?
That's what I was going to say. Hibernating.
Yep, hibernating. That's the right answer. Hibernate until spring. Yeah. So all good answers. Yeah. Very good. All right. So continue on. So Lee, the little gold spinners, your brother still doing that, or what's going on with that too?
I honestly don't know. I've been told by a couple people that he has sold it out, but his website's still up. So I'm assuming he's still doing it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew or if it was still a thing, or kind of haven't heard nothing really. So.
Yeah, he kind of, after he took over, he thought he could just advertise in ICMJ, I think was the International Mining Journal.
Yeah.
And he quit entirely going to shows and events and such with it, and just basically relied on
word
an
of
ad
mouth.
and
Yeah, one
and
ad.
word of mouth from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that was enough.
No, and I'm still glad I did it. I really enjoyed the experience,
Yeah.
but it did. I realized very quickly that when you're trying to show people something that's, how should you say it, too good to believe at how well it works,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
it's hard to market it because people just automatically, and understandably so, most people automatically thought I had some sort of scam or gimmick that I was pulling when I was running.
Right.
And
Love mine.
Yeah.
yeah, there's no scam or gimmick to it. If you know
No.
what you're doing and how you run it, it's try. I would put it up against anything to this day. I still would bet on that versus any other machine out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I figured. Give you time, you'd be coming up with something else. Yeah.
Well, I have considered going back and building a larger one.
Uh-huh.
Matter of fact, I did wind up buying a larger one out of Arizona. Then L&W Engineering. I don't know if Scott knows of them or not down there.
The who?
L&W Engineering.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Trying to think the name of the town. They're about an hour west of Phoenix and just slightly north off of 10.
Huh. Yeah, I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
They actually do have a mine. They're miners out there,
Right.
which is why they came up with a centrifuge. It's like a 32-inch diameter centrifuge.
Okay.
Works on a slightly different principle than mine did. And I have not been able to get it to recover this fine glacial gold as good as mine did, although it did a good job. Not saying it didn't.
All right.
And I want to set it up on springs under the legs of it,
Right.
and add an offset weight to it, and see if I can add some vibration to it. See if maybe that'll get the efficiency of it to come up.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Always thinking. Always thinking. So, see? That's the way to do it, Lee. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've thought about it, and number one, I know he would immediately scream that I'm
Right.
breaking the no compete clause if I came out with a bigger one, which
Right.
quite honestly I wouldn't be, because I know how that patent is written and how I would write my description, which means they wouldn't be competing.
Right.
But it's just not worth the hassle to me.
No, it's not. Especially if you're happy doing what you're doing. So,
yeah, that's just it. I mean, I still believe that at some point somebody's going to come out with the right one at the right price mark.
Right.
And the majority of the world is going to switch over to centrifuges and they're mining for gold. It's just
right. It's all that.
It's the most efficient way to go about doing it. There's no getting around it.
Yeah. If somebody,
it's just a matter of making them accessible and getting people to see it and believe it and understand it.
Right.
Yep.
Affordability. Yeah.
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 Because
Royal.
And portability.
Yeah, portability and affordability. We're all about ability.
Yeah, if it's portable and portable, so it's
Yeah.
easily moved from one place to the next.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. You got to have a forklift to move the thing, and it's probably not going to sell the prospectors very well.
Right. Right. Yep.
And if you guys have never seen the little gold spinner, it just hit me that some of you guys might not know what we're even talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I put a link to the website.
That's
I
true.
think he's still got videos on YouTube still on that, don't they?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I still got videos up on there.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Yeah. Figured you did. Yep. I bet Dennis has got videos of it.
Yeah, I do.
I know at one point, I think the one he did with me in the little gold spinner was one of his most watched videos at one point there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Yep, might still be, Denny.
Yep.
You never know. It's
Oh,
Dennis.
and speaking of Dennis and his favorite wintertime activity going to card shows, I had a whole bag of playing card sets at the house when you were up here at Northern Indiana. Well, when you were up there in Northern Indiana last year.
Tell me.
I've been collecting them for years now, and I'm in my travels, and I never get a chance to get them to you.
Oh, geez. Oh, he'll make a special trip up there for that, Lee. And if you get any Pokemon cards, he'd be up there tomorrow.
I don't do Pokemon.
Or football or basketball or baseball.
My grandson does Pokemon. Other than that, I don't do Pokemon.
Oh, I thought you did the Pokemon too.
Well, I mean, every once in a while, like when a new product comes out, I'll open up a box and do a review, show it, so people can see what they are, if they want to invest their money in it or not. But like, as far as like trying to build sets and stuff like that with Pokemon, no.
Yeah.
I just open them up and then I put them back for my grandson.
Pokemon. See? Well, Lee, since you're on the road all the time, you should be hunting that treasure. Yeah.
That's what I told him.
You travel around everywhere. You should be all over that.
Stop. Do a sample.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure you got a
there's
gold.
that, but actually, I don't have a gold pan in the truck. There will be one in the bike or in our trike this summer.
You got a hubcap?
Yeah.
I have sat next to the Colorado River wishing the heck I had one.
Oh, there you go. Pop a hubcap or run to the dollar store and buy a pie pan. One or the other. You make do. Get a frisbee. Something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I'm kind of addicted to my gold claw pans anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right.
I think I was their best salesman every show I went to when they were there.
Everybody's got one. I think everybody has a gold claw pan now, don't they?
Oh, I love mine.
Show of hands.
I got 3 or 4.
Oh, my.
Right. Yeah, I think
I've got several.
Yeah,
And I got the big one.
Yeah, I got the big one too. The big, huge, gigantor 5-gallon bucket in a 2-minute pan. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the big one, but I only use it.
Yet.
I use it when we're like on creekside jobs, and I just fill it full of water and then dunk my head in it in the summer. That's what I use mine for.
Cool off.
It's got many uses. Yeah. Many uses.
For sure.
I think Dennis was
The only problem I had with the gold claw pan was if you're doing cleanups, if you got more than about 5 or 6 grams, that's about all it will hold before
Okay.
it starts overflowing over the ripples.
I ain't never had that problem, so I wouldn't know.
What were you saying, Tim? You were about to ask me something.
I said, didn't you eat ice cream out of your gold claw pan?
Yep.
I thought you did.
Put a banana in it, made a banana split.
Split gold claw pan.
It made click. Oh,
It's a banana split pan.
Banana split gold claw.
Was that the pocket pan?
Yeah.
Yeah, those
That
pocket pan. Yeah, yeah.
The only pan you can take and eat out of, and then rinse it off and go penny.
Go gold pan with it.
Perfect for a hot dog. If bun fits
Oh,
right
it's perfect. Yeah, yeah. I think somebody should sell them like that, hot dog included. Yeah.
You can buy 6 of them. That way, you got some plates at the house when you have hot dog out.
Hot dog. They probably work good for tacos too.
Well, and it's got the little thing, the little flat piece
Yeah.
on the side. You know how you turn it one way when you're underwater, and then you turn it the other way. You turn it one way when you first start to pan it.
Right.
More straight up and down. It's got that flat edge. Well, when you got that, you can set chips on it, or you can put your ketchup, mustard on it, pour it on it, dip your hot dog.
I agree. Yeah, it's perfect.
It is.
Ideal. Ideal. What it is. Man.
You all need to eat supper because y'all got food on the mind here.
Oh, it always winds up going to food at some point in time.
Yeah.
We were just talking about hot dogs and hamburgers before I sent you the link, so I was like, I can invite him.
Yeah, we swung right back around to food again. The heck is wrong?
I was gonna say Tim's had hot dogs on the mind for a while here.
Yeah, we had them earlier. I get them at Sheets. We was talking about them. It's like, man, good chili dogs are hard to beat.
Oh, I know, right?
It's just a good chili dog is good. And it's cheap. That's the thing. And it's $2 for $1. I mean, come on.
I want to make my own hot dogs.
Oh, you're gonna but you're gonna grind up meat and all that fancy crap, right? See.
Okay, hot dog boys. Okay, so Lee, since you've been traveling, or were you aware that gold actually breached $3,000?
I actually hadn't quite. I knew it was real close, but I didn't know it had actually went over.
$3,004.
$3,004.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why the stuff is only on the shelf. I'm not looking to sell out. I'm looking to take on a partner or pass on certain parts of it or whatever.
Right.
But I'm actually personally believing gold's going to go over 5,000 yet.
I'll say
before it's all said and done.
You need
I'm not getting into that bet.
You need that little social butterfly next to you. Dennis is the one you need. The one he can go to all the gold shows and that's the one you need. Yep.
And when I'm working in the gravel pits, that's the great part is I haven't lifted a shovel in gold prospecting since 2018.
Oh, geez. You got to get back out there.
Doesn't mean I didn't move tons of dirt. I just didn't shovel it.
Right.
The real question is, how many people went to gold pit or went to gravel pits before they started seeing my videos?
How many people?
How many people knew about them? Knew about gold and gravel pits and stuff before I started posting videos.
Scott Tony did. That's where he started cutting. That's where I first started digging gold.
Not many, though. Not many.
Actually, that's pretty much where I started in Indiana. Because actually, if you watch my very first video that I did on the little gold spinner, I was using gravel out of my brother's pond. And I literally said, there's no gold in Indiana.
Right.
So I'm adding this much gold to it. We're going to run it through here and see how much of it I get back. And little did I know at the time that I did that video, because this was literally right after we were done with the R&D, building the machine, getting it figured out. And then when we were designing the wash box, or the shop we were working in, the neighbor right next door had a drainage ditch running through on the other side of his property, right beside his yard.
Right.
And like, you ain't got to bring gravel from all the way there. Just bring it over there in the creek, and run it there in the creek. Like, okay. So when we were designing the wash box, I literally wanted to use straight out of the creek, raw, as you would find it in nature.
Right.
So I would take it over there and shovel 5 buckets, a couple of buckets full of dirt through it, see how it processes, go back to the shop, make adjustments on it. And every time I did, I would clean out the centrifuge and I'd find a few specks of gold. And then this is literally just a man dug drainage ditch for the fields.
Right.
So it's not even a natural creek. And I was finding gold in it. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? Did I leave that in after about third or fourth time of going over there, doing a test, coming back, modifying it, going back over? After third or fourth time, and I'm still finding gold every time I do it, and about the same amount, 5, 6, 8, 10 specks. I'm like, okay, I am actually getting gold out of this creek, which is just a ditch. So, but it's such a minuscule amount, it wouldn't be worth mining.
Right.
So how would I get a large enough volume of dirt through that I could get enough gold out of it to make it worth doing? And I went, gravel pit. They do everything a gold mine does. They process the material. They get it down to separate it down to sand, get the rocks out.
Yep.
Sure.
And the 99.8% of the gold in my area is the size of sand or smaller. So it goes through the sand screen. So they've done the 99% of the work. I just got to figure out how to get the gold out of what they got left.
Right.
So I literally went to the gravel pit and bought 10 tons of sand and took it home, ran it through the spinner. And I forget now the exact amount but yeah, I got a good portion of gold out of it, a good amount of gold out of it. And I went, okay, so there's gold in that pit for sure.
Right.
Now I just got to figure out how to, work that much material that fast.
Sure.
Because they're cranking out 40 to 50 tons of sand an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of material to try and figure out how to process.
Yeah. In a small unit. Yeah. It definitely is. Awful lot. Oh man, Lee, where are you at now?
Just north of Little Rock a little bit, actually.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, brother. But you have safe travels, and we want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time no see for sure. Don't be a stranger.
Gave us good ideas.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Stay safe and keep in touch, brother. Okay.
Will do.
All right. You take
Y'all
care.
have a good night.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
take
Lee.
care.
See you
Thanks.
later.
Later, buddy. Bye, Lee.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Give us some ideas.
Heck yeah.
It's always nice to talk to Lee.
Always, always, always. Yes, it is. Very cool. Yes, yes, and yes. Awesome. All right. So, was there anything else we need to go over real quick?
Check out Flash in Your Pan Tuesday night Hangout Live at 8 p.m. Eastern. He'll be having really shiny gold.
Really, really shiny. Really. Heck yeah. Be there. Check it out. All right. Until then.
Oh, and we should be having BK Outdoors next Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, outdoors next Sunday. All right. Sounds like a plan. Want to give a shout out to our YouTube people first, Jaron, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, let me get back over there.
Since we didn't get to.
We got Flash in Your Pan, speaking of. David Villa, Don G. Let's see, a lot of conversation from the same people. Randy Lewis. Keith Doty. Ken, the mountain man's in there, the legend. Brian Wilder was in there. Keith Netterwald. Steve France. Ray Rusa. Benzo Gold. 403 Prospector out of Canada. Charles Hanson. And I believe that was it, because I did scroll through pretty fast because there was a lot of the same people talking. But if we missed you, we didn't miss you. Glad you were here.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. And
Oh, John Hunt.
yeah, well, thank you, everybody. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Hope to see you here next week as well. Until then, Jaron, don't forget to pull up those archives and check that out so we can get this bet settled once and for all.
What's the bet? I didn't hear.
Back in December, I bet Scott gold was going to hit 3,000 an ounce.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and he's trying to say I said it for the rest of December. It's like
I said for 2024.
oh. So it's like I win. He's trying to welch. So
he does.
we got to go to the archives for proof.
Yep.
Winner.
Oh yeah.
Two more real quick. John Ryan and Duff.
All right. Well, howdy, fellas. Till
Good
next week. We're out of here. Have a great week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Good night, Gold Diggers.